and thank you for tuning in. Sorry I couldn't be live tonight on YouTube. I hope this pre-recorded video will get you excited about the new catalog. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. As you can see, I also have my slogan on a new long sleeve t-shirt. And in the next few weeks, I will be announcing a new website where you can buy the logo merchandise and or some other stamping items you might be interested in. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is the new annual catalog. I'm not allowed to open it up. Exciting, exciting, exciting. I'm so excited to have some things to play with. This is my host code for April. If you'd like to place an order with me right now, you use that host code unless it's $150. Then you don't want to use that, so you can get the Hostess Rewards points. Remember, Stampersdelight.com. You can go there, shop with me. Or if you have any questions, just go ahead and email me. Okay, so we are going to get started. And what I'm using today, I'm so excited about this bundle, is called Color and Contour. And of course, the bundle comes with dies. So let me just show you these awesome dies. I'm going to be using these for everything. Look at these great dies. They layer up real nice. Okay. And there we go. And then we have the flower for this one, and we have the die, and we have the die for that one, and then we have a little scallopy thing here. So this bundle is in the new catalog, which does start May 4th. So you can't order it till then, but you can still see what we're doing with it. Okay, so I'm just going to put the stamp set over here, and I'm going to bring in some samples that I did with it. And I hope you like these. Okay, so the first one, I've also used some other items, and I will explain those. Okay, so the first one is right here. And this one, I like to bring them in. I'm a visual person, so let me explain this one. Okay, so this is a regular card base, right? And then I folded it in half, and I cut off 2 inches here. Then white on white, I took the larger die, and I cut a white piece off there. I did the next size die, which is this one, the stitched scalloped edge. And I again, I cut it out in white, and I stamped my image and my sentiment. And then what I did was I ran this one through a current product, which is the painted texture embossing folder. And these are all in the description below. And then I layered those, and I used some dimensionals on this one. And then I used some new gems that we have in the new catalog. Again, everything is listed in below. And I just made a quick, cute, fun fold card. And then, of course, I made a matching envelope. And, of course, this is the new colors, the Evening Evergreen and the Pale Papaya. Still getting the names straight. So that was my first sample, and you can also see still shots of my samples on my Facebook page, Stampersdelight.com, and my blog. The next one I did, I layered some Designer Series paper, and this one is from the new Pansy Designer Series paper. I also wanted to show you some colors here. Okay, so this is the new Flourishes. I believe it's that one. Like I said, I'm still getting used to all the new names. Then I layered some Heather Highland and then some Gorgeous Grape so that you could see the 3 different colors. And again, I just took a thick piece of Whisper White. There's the inside. Thank you for everything, in a very subtle image. And again, I used the larger die, and then the middle die here for the Designer Series paper, and then the smaller die, the smallest one in here, for the sentiment. Okay, and there's our new ribbon. That's also in the fresh freesia. And of course the matching envelope. Okay, then I wanted to add a little bit more, and I wanted to use this stamp also. So what I did was I layered that with some Misty Moonlight, because that is what's in hand penned. These designer series papers are in hand penned, and I'll be doing a video or a live on that soon. And then I used some outgoing colors, which was Seaside Spray. Okay, so I stamped this image, and instead of using this to stamp inside of it, which I could have, I used my blends. So remember, this Seaside Spray is retiring, and you do want to get it while you can. I also used some of our new little gems here, which are the loose flowers. And of course, on one side, they're flat, so you can put a glue dot. And again, some new ribbon that is in the new catalog, and that is Highland Heather. And it is Grosgrain ribbon, but it has a shimmer to it. Can you see that? And instead of doing a bow, I just tied it in a knot. So I stamped these, I colored them, and of course I used the die to cut them out. And then this, I don't know if you can see it. Again, this is the larger die, and I layered this one inside, this one inside, so that it cut out a window so I could stamp the leaves and then pop up the flowers. And of course, I have this piece from here left behind, so I'll be using that for something else. Okay, again, the bundle is color and contour, and then, of course, in the inside, I just stamped some of the flowers. Then I wanted to do something to show you the different levels that we have here of dies. So what I did was I cut one of each, and I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, my middle one is missing. And if you don't mind, I'll just go grab it. Sorry about that, folks. Here's the other die. Okay, so let's put that in there where it belongs. Yeah, if you've watched me before, you know. I forget things all the time. Okay, so we have the 5 dies here, right? It's all for fun. It's all a good time. And what I did was I cut each one out in white, and then I layered them flat, and I stamped my images. Let me bring that up. And then I took them apart, and I put dimensionals under each one. I don't know if you can see that, but there's dimensionals under each one. So it is kind of puffy. There you go. Whoop. But it's pretty cool. And then, of course, I layered them on the dimensionals. I put some of our new ribbon, evergreen, evening evergreen, in between and tied a nice big bow. I also used that painted textured embossing folder there. And this is what it came out to look like. Now, these are all a little bit different. This one has a nice little poke, you know, a little edging here with some little dots. This one actually has a little slit here. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. Let me just grab something so you can see. So this is actually like slit there. Pretty cool. And then, of course, I did a matching envelope. And this is in our new pink, which is called Polished Pink. Polished Pink. So there's another idea for you. Loving, loving, loving this set. Okay. The next idea that I did was I took this large one. I am going to show you how to do this. I took this large die and I cut a whole card out. See, there's the image. I mean, the fold. So when you open it, and of course, I didn't mention on this one either, there are the new rhinestone or embellishments in the in colors. So I made a cute little quick thank you card using this die through the whole thing. And it's a little smaller than our envelopes, but it fits nicely in there. Okay, I am going to show you how to do that, but before I do that, I'm going to show you something, and here is another card. Now, this is pretty neat. This long piece right here gives you a scalloped edge. So I decided, instead of doing the edge this way, I would go up at an angle. All right, so I did that, and then again I used the hand-penned designer series paper. Again, some new ribbon. That's the pale papaya weaved ribbon. I'm going to bring that up. So I did it at an angle. This right here is this die, the one that I told you had a little slit there, and I stamped it, and then I cut it in half because I didn't need the whole thing. So I did this part, and you can open it like that, and you see I have this little peekaboo here, right? But I wasn't sure because when I cut the designer series paper, I actually had that other piece left. So I'm going to show you, I didn't glue this down because I want to show you a flip side to that. Or you could do it this way. So whichever way you want. So this is the piece that was left over when I cut that scallop. And I just glued it on the inside to a piece of our basic white. So I could use that. So I purposely didn't glue it down because I wanted to show you two different ways you could use that. Okay, I actually think I'm going to use the designer series paper like that because I know if I don't, I'll end up throwing it out, and I hate to waste paper, our beautiful paper. So I am going to go ahead and just glue this down. And now I have my Stamp and Seal Plus here, so we're just going to go with that. And I'm just going to put that right in here. Okay, so there's another card for you. And again, you can add some gems. Let's just grab some of those new gems that we have. And these, of course, are the new in colors. And I also have some Genial Gems. They're not so easy to say. I'm going to grab those, I think, because I have a lot of those left from playing. I'm going to put one here, one there, and I think I'll put a larger one right there, just to add some bling to it. Okay, that's that one. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I did that other card, and I am going to bring in some retiring product, which is, I got a lot of shadows here today, don't I? I apologize for that. I'm not sure why. Okay, so here's our Seaside spray. And what I'm going to do with that is first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. I think one of my lights are going out. That's what the problem is. Well, we'll just deal without it. Sometimes I think it works better without it. All right, we are going to go in here. I am going to use my scoring tool. I'm going to cut that in half. Remember, the Seaside spray is retiring. So I've got that piece. Now, that's a half sheet of cardstock. Same thing with the white, okay? I don't recommend the thick basic white. It's going to be too thick. And I'm just going to score that in half. Just going to fold this. Then I am going to bring in my embossing machine and die cutting machine, so you can see this. You can see these plates have been well used. I am going to bring in my large die right here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to keep that edge folded, and I'm going to hang that off to the side. Now, you can use Post-it notes to keep it in place. I recommend them. I don't have them on my table, so I'm going without it. I am just going to angle this so I can cut this. So you can see that I have this, if you can't see it, I have it hanging off one side. So right there. And I am going to cut this, making sure that I don't cut into that fold. Ugh. Okay, that's done. Put that over here and bring that piece out. Okay, so when I open it up, I'm just going to pull that off. Okay, I always recommend going back and forth one time. This time I didn't. I was lucky because most of it did cut out. So I'm just helping it along here. So there is that scalloped card. Look at that. You could just make a bunch of these. Now, you're going to have to poke these out if they didn't come out. If you use the thick Whisper White, the back ones don't normally poke out. Some of these did, some of them didn't. So you would just go along and cut them out too, okay? I didn't go back and forth, so mine are staying in, which is fine. It gives it a nice look to it. And you're not going to actually see that. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to bring this in. Okay, so I should explain that. You would see it if you used it, the card like this. But I'm using it a different way. So here's this card, okay? That's how we did it. That's how I did it. That's how I stamped it. And I just stamped it. But we're going to do a little bit more to this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some inks. And I am going to bring in, let's see. I am going to use my new green, evergreen, just getting it all set up here. And of course I always forget something, right? So where did my inks go? They're hiding right back here. All right. Listen, if I had to be perfect doing this, I wouldn't be doing it, right? Okay, so we have Evening Evergreen. This is just like watching me live, right? And I am just going to open this up. I'm going to press that down. Then I'm going to bring in another stamp image that goes with the set, and that's for my inside flowers. I am going to use for this, I'm going to use our Misty Moonlight. You can use whatever colors you want. On this one, it was the new polished pink, but I want to also show you how it coordinates with items we already have and items that are going away. So, ooh, nice, nice color. I'm going to make this a thank you again because I always need thank you cards. I'm going to go in with thank you for everything. Put that right up there. I'm going to open it up. Do the same thing in here. And this time I'm not going to ink that up again. I want it just a little bit lighter. So I'm just going to leave that. And I have a lighter color. I'm going to bring in that Retiring Seaside spray. And actually, I didn't even have to do the inside. I forgot. This is, I'm showing you both. That's why. Okay, so I'm showing you how to do both, two cards at one time. That would be the card right there. Correct? All right. Now, to make it change it up a little bit, I am going to actually glue this down. That ripped, but it doesn't matter. So this is actually a fun fold card, quick, easy fun fold card. I'm going to take this piece of cardstock. I am going to put it right in the middle here and layer that right over there. And now I have a totally different look to the card. This is what I meant. You didn't have to do anything with that other than stamp your image or your name on the back. So I am going to bring in my bone folder because I really want to get that crisp edge down. So that's what I was saying. I'm making two cards or showing you two cards at one time. So that's how you get this card and then you can layer it onto a regular piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to bring in some more gems, our in colors that, even though these in colors are not going away, these little in color gems are. So you definitely want to get those because the in colors are still there. Okay, and this is the Misty Moonlight, of course. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to put one here. Put one, let's see, right here. And how about over here? So these you will also want to get. They are retiring. Okay, the Seaside spray blends, the Seaside, anything Seaside spray. And there you have a cute little card. And of course you can do something to the side if you want, but I just love the way this looks. Very elegant. Now I'm going to bring in, I'm going to redo what I told you before on the inside. Oop, need a piece of white, don't I? That would help. Here's my piece of white, which is too big. Let's grab the right size. Here we go. All right. I have two things here getting ready to do. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing that I showed you on the inside if we were using it that way. And this time I am going to re-ink it. There we go. I'm going to just take that away. Got a quick, easy, cute thank you card, but I need an envelope for it. So let's do the envelope. So I am going to stamp this, and this. I'm going to ink it up once, and then I'm not going to ink it again. And get that ink off there. And now I have a matching envelope. There we go. Again, remember the name of the stamp set or bundle is Contour and Color, or Color and Contour. Everything you need will be in the description. And here are the cards again. This one, where we layered it. This one, without the layering, which makes nice little cards, thank you cards or whatever. And this one where we use some hand pen designer series paper, also available in the new catalog. We have the ones where I layered all the dies together, stamped it all together, then took it apart and put the dimensionals underneath. And I did do a video on how to do that, but basically you just lay everything flat, stamp it all, then each layer you bring up and put some dimensionals on there. The next one that I have was with the cutout. Here we have some designer series paper in 3 different colors. And this is from the Pansy Suite. And then, of course, just a sweet, beautiful white card, little fancy fold. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I am sorry I wasn't with you live tonight, Monday night. But I will be back next Monday night with another something old and something new. And don't forget to check everything out in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, I am on Facebook Live every Friday morning. And I'll be back Friday morning with another new stamp set to show you. Until then, keep on stamping, stampers. Bye.